Hi, Sparkle VIP. Happy Thanksgiving, everybody. I thought I would make a video, a little different than my lives, on how I do my nails. So I've showed you guys before many times how to remove it. Just the little baggy method with a little bit. I use Mineral Fusion until in Canada we can get Color Street nail polish remover. I like this one. It's acetone free and you can get it at Amazon. And I put a little bit in a baggie, in the corner of a baggie, and I have a hot water bowl, and I put my nails in the baggie with the nail polish remover, and it just takes like less than a minute really to get the old nail polish off. And then I wipe it with any kind of paper towel, and I keep the paper towel because I like to be a little bit careful about the environment. And then I do the other hand and same thing, and then I remove the nail polish with the nail polish remover. So that process I've already done. Then the next step that I do before putting on my nails is I make sure I push back my cuticles, and cuticle pushers come in different ones. Some of you will have received these wooden cuticle pushers, or I also have plastic ones. It doesn't really matter. Your main thing is you want to push back your cuticles because they contain oils which could cause the nail strips to lift. So if some of you have not taken these extra steps and put your nail strips on and wondered about them popping off, and chances are it's because you had some cuticles still stuck to the nail, which had some oils, which created a barrier. So even if you can't see them, make sure you push them back because you don't want anything like that there. And I've already done this to my nails just before I started doing this video. But anyway, yeah, it's really easy. It usually only takes like a minute or so. And then, and I've already shaped them. Then I like to wash my hands. A lot of people say with Dawn dish detergent, I think any dish detergent, the main thing is you want to make sure your nails are a nice clean slate so that your Color Street can cure to your nails. So it comes like this. Some of you will have received 2Z samples, which are like the smaller versions of Color Street. So if you were happy with those, you're going to definitely be happy with what's inside these little packages. It's Thanksgiving, so happy Thanksgiving. And I've decided to do my Thanksgiving mani with you guys today. And when you open it up, knocking everything over here. When you open it up, you will find that you will have one of these little prep pads, and you can use these if you don't have dish detergent soap around. You can use this as preparing your nails. It's hence preparation pad. Some people like to save them till after they do their mani, so that apparently it's great for the curing process. I often totally forget this step just because I use the dish detergent soap and have absolutely no problems. Then each set comes with a cute little nail file, but you can really use any of your favorite nail files, or you can use the one from Color Street. I like to save mine as little presents to give to people who would like to try a 2Z sample. So when you open it up, you're gonna see that you have a package with this 8 strips, and there's actually 2 sheets of it inside this little plastic sleeve. And each of these strips are good for 2 to 4 nails. I like to open my little packages at one of the shorter ends. And let's go. So I have a cute little pair of scissors to open this up here. Because it's Thanksgiving, they also brought out 4Zs. They've never had them before, but they introduced them with their, with their anniversary sets that they had brought out. Some of the people who bought they were a little more expensive, but it's because you got these little accent nails. So the 2Zs are great for trying Color Street, which would look like this, like that. And also 2 for accent nails. And now they brought out 4Zs for Thanksgiving. Thank you, hubby. You made me a drink. Anyway, 4Zs are good for 4 to 8 nails. Depends on how long your nails are, but I have normal size length nails, and you can see I definitely can get 2 nails out of each of these strips. So I'm going to do a mixed mani with brownie points and with feather together. And I'm going to use the turkeys because Monday is Thanksgiving. All right, let's open this up from one end. So I have a little sleeve. I can put whatever I don't use back in there if I want. Remember though, this is 100% nail polish, so it will dry out if you leave it out. So don't leave it out. You have a little bit of time to work with it, of course. So I like to save the outer ones. It's for my big toes if I want to do a pedi. And the little ones for my little toes if I want to do a pedi. And then I think of these ones for my thumbs. I can take them off and put them to the side. I haven't decided if I'm gonna do turkeys. I think I'll probably do turkeys, so I probably won't need those ones either. So, and then it's just however they fit, and you can probably put one of these to the side as well, because I'm only gonna need, well, a few, we'll see. So this, we're gonna start with my pinky. My pinky is gonna be brown. So it has, I'm going a little too fast here, aren't I? We're gonna lift the little top layer of plastic off there. It has a little purple band, so you know. And then it looks like this, like a sticker. When hubby wants to upset me, he says I'm putting on my nail stickers. Anyway, this is the little gray tab that we're going to lift. And I like to fold the little paper back so that I have like a grip of my nail strip, and I just gently pull it, lift it a little, and remove that little gray tab. And then line it up on my nail. That's been pre-prepared. Ta-da. And we're just going to, so, and I'm not going to take the back off yet, just like as if you had a Band-Aid and you didn't know what you were doing. Then I like to use these little scissors. We say you don't need any tools, but these are my favorite tools besides a nail file that I like to have on hand. And I'm just going to do a snip, just a short little snip on the nail strip, partway, halfway in the halfway point. It makes it a little easier when I pay attention to what I'm doing here. So I'm just going to snip because I couldn't see in front of the camera. Hard to do because this is my left hand. But anyway, here we go. And then we're going to tear across. So now I can just put this to the side because it's going to be for my other nail, but always from the center, and then covering your nail and push it nice and down in the creases there. And then I like to pull it together towards the back of my nail, and I like to tuck it. So this is going to look really messy, and you're going to be like, well, I don't like that. Well, you can fix it after. So I like to do it this way so that it gives it some time to cure to my nails. Once I have them done, you can see I can touch the top of it. You're not going to have to worry about any kind of marks or whatever on it. I wouldn't recommend having a bath, a shower, or washing dishes for half an hour to 45 minutes. And I actually leave the messiness for a good hour to two before I actually take a nail file to tidy up the nail strip so that I can get this excess from the back. It'll come off easily once I use the nail file, but I like to give it that time because it is real nail polish. So when it dries, it's going to like kind of pull together, and you might have an edge of your nail. If you do, like if I were to take the nail file now and do it, you might see a little bit of my nail once the nail polish dries and pulls together. So that's why I like to tuck it behind. Now this is not too bad. I do try to get it off the skin on the sides of my nails, just so that there's no chance of oil, but I'm going to show you something, a technique in a minute, what we can do. So we're going to go back to the other half, and on the ripped part, you can certainly touch your nail strip. So you can just lift this off like you were with a sticker. And you save that paper. I'll show you why in a minute. And I'm going to line it up with my other fingernail, again, from the center and then outward, sticking it to my nail. Then I got this long little dangly, so you can see there was definitely enough for 2 nails, each strip. And I just, like a candy wrapper, pull it, bunch it together, and put it behind my nail. Now, because this one's so much longer, I'm able to actually take that little excess off so I don't have to live with that there. But it's still, there's still some, if you can see on the back here, that I tuck behind there, and I'm going to let that cure to my nail. So. So, and then why I kept the white paper here was so you can actually use it like a knife, back and forth, and you can, ta-da, there we go, 2 done. So I like to use this to get the, remember I said about the excess, there's a little bit of excess here. I will try to get that while it's still fresh because it does peel a little bit easier, and I use the paper like a knife because it makes a nice, straight separation so that when, and I just noticed, so I had a little problem the other day. I dropped a big heavy bag of groceries and I did break my thumbnail, and I love Color Street because it helps me to grow out my nails, but it isn't, what do you call it? It's not a suit of armor. So I'm having a little problem with my one thumbnail. It's going to be short, but the great thing about that is you'll be able to see that Color Street looks nice on short nails as on long. So, and I just noticed, and I like to just to smooth it out a little bit with my nail file, and you should always file in one direction. So Ta-da! Next, I usually like my ring finger for the accent nails. So we're going to pull the little turkey guys off. Dun, 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 dun. And I've got 4, so I'm going to save 2 for a little later. Put them to the side, back in the plastic. But again, these will dry out. So, ta-da! This one I think will fit my thumb, or almost fit my thumb. Actually, I have an idea for that, so I'll show you guys in a minute. Save one of the brown ones. So we're gonna use this little turkey guy here on my ring finger. So again, we're lifting the plastic, and we are going to lift the gray tab like that, like that, like that. Because it was easier on this hand, I'm gonna line it up this time with this side. So I put the turkey at the edge of my finger, and I'm going to gently pull back. So I have my turkey lined up. It's a very fancy. Take my little scissors, again in the halfway point. Easier to separate. Ta-da! Put that to the side. Wrap it around. There we go. Use your thumbnail as your tool. That's why you always want to do your thumbs at the end, because they make excellent tools. You can use them too. I just find that using the piece of paper from the leftover strip just makes a nice, straight, even tear for you. So a little bit easier to remove the excess strip without harming the picture or the nail strip on the nail bed. So, ta-da! Okay, let's keep going here. We have the other side. I got some, and this just peels off. If you're worried, like if you're like, oh, it's on my finger, it peels off easy off the finger. And you should never peel this off your nails because it will hurt the nail bed. So I just peeled that off like a sticker. Do not peel these off your nails. Use the nail bed bath idea, or else taking off the normal way with nail polish remover if you want to protect your nails a little bit. So I've just been pulling it back, like I said, like the candy wrapper. And the excess I can get off here. It's stuck to my finger. Now these are temperature sensitive. So if your house is too hot, they might be ooey gooey, and you might want to put them in the fridge for a little while. And if your house is too cold, then they might you might find that they're not sticking as well. I like to, if on the winter time, I usually take like the strip of the nails and I put it somewhere close to my body so it can warm it up to temperatures, because it's a fluid, and the molecules in it, obviously, depending on the temperatures, either move a lot or move a little. So, and that's why you want to make sure these are room temperature when you apply them to your nails. So, ta-da! And this actually, the more you do it, and if you're not doing it on camera, the quicker it goes. So I'm only going to do a couple more here, and then I'll finish this up and show you the end. But again, removing the top layer, lifting the gray tab, pull back the paper so you have a way to hold this, lift the tab off. Tab is sticking to me, and this would be, I probably should have chose a bigger one for the middle finger. So we'll just do, in this case, I'm going to skip ahead and do the index. I'm just lining it up like that. Taking my little scissors, doing a little snip. And then I can tear. And I pull a little bit back so that I'm not lifting away from my nail. Tuck it behind there. Don't worry too much if it's bunched up on your finger, just as long as it's tucked behind the nail, because so you can see it's kind of messy on the back there, but I'm gonna, and you can't tell, but this one is too. It'll be neatened up after, in about an hour to 2 hours time when I do my nail file. So now, because that was a better width, because they're all a little bit different width in the package, so you have to figure out which one fits best to your nail. And I didn't. Now in the case like this one, where I didn't quite line it up right, so you can tell I got an excess here and I got a space there. You can add another layer. It does work that way. So, I mean, I could leave this like this, but I know that's going to bother me. So I'm going to grab another one. So don't mind me. We'll just, again, lift in the plastic, lift the gray tab, tear off the tab, and pull the paper to the back. Da-da-da-da. And then I'm going to pay a little more attention to adding this. And there you can see I was able to fix that one. It's lined up a little bit better. Snip. I'll just keep that one to the side in case I needed to fix another one. Don't have very many nails left though to go, do I? And we are going to use the slightly wider one. I want it for the middle finger, and I should have grabbed that one. But anyway, I did not. We will do it now. And lift the gray tab. Pull it off here to the side. And then apply to my nail. Line it up the best you can. Ta-da! Take your little scissors. Oh, I love this mani. It's so cute. Brownie points with feather together. Doo-doo-doo. Wrap it behind on the back, using my thumbnail as a tool to make sure that I get a nice straight thing in so that it's at least attached to my nail so I don't have to worry about the strip pulling off or anything. And yes, you can, after that hour or so time, you can wash dishes, and you have absolutely, you can have baths. I swam with mine. They're very, very durable. Obviously, there's nothing foolproof if you drop a big, heavy, gigantic bag of groceries on your nail. Well, actually, it saved my ring finger because it fell on that one too. I thought I broke it as well, but it turned out I just hurt the strip a little bit. And you couldn't really see it, but I could feel it a little bit. It wasn't as sturdy as before, and it was the strip. So it acted kind of like a suit of armor after all, just that didn't save my thumb. So I just have my thumbs left. And as you can see, this would be slightly too small for my thumb. So I'm going to use the one that I said would fit perfectly on my thumb in brownie points. Again, lifting a little gray tab, peeling that off. Pie's almost ready, and I'll be almost ready too. See if I can do this before the actual long buzzard goes off. So we're gonna, I love the glitters. They're probably the easiest ones to apply. They are so forgiving, and they almost go on perfect like every time. So I'm tacking it behind and the back there, and I can peel that off after, but I'm trying to beat the buzzard so we don't hurt your guys' ears. So we're attaching the brown. This one's a little harder because my nail is short and it's kind of hurting because I had hurt it yesterday, but that's all right. So, and then what I was gonna do, ooh, the race is on, me against the timer. But this shows you how quick this is. I'd really be ready to go. And then, you know, say hubby wants to go. Well, I can fix my nails in the car, the rest of it. But the actual application, I didn't make it, but almost. You know, the first beep, and you got like a minute before. And it's going to start getting annoying in a minute. So we're going to hurry up here. But I just wanted to show you guys how cute this is. Ta-da! And do the other side. And later, I will show a picture. All right, all done. Thanks for watching. Sparkle on!